All right. All right. This is cause number 604172, State of Texas versus Tavares Lee. Are you Tavares Lee?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Lee. We're on Zoom conference right now, being recorded. Your attorney's present. The state's present. And I see you signed a form saying defendants consent to plea by video conference for your motion to revoke. That basically says that you're agreeing to do this on Zoom versus doing it in person. Do you agree to that, Mr. Lee?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I believe, if I go back, that you were placed on deferred adjudication back last year for assault, bodily injury, family. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
It was deferred adjudication. And apparently the state of Texas has filed a motion to revoke, alleging you didn't do something you were supposed to do while on your deferred adjudication. I need to let you know, if I find any of these allegations true, I could revoke your deferred adjudication, find you guilty, sentence you anywhere up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. State, what allegation are you proceeding on?
We're proceeding on 12G, which reads as follows. On or about the 30th day of August, 2019 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Tavares Lee, did then and there fail to attend, comply with all rules, regulations, instructions, and financial agreements as directed by the court and or supervision officer and or the head of authorized personnel of the following counseling education program, state accredited battering intervention and prevention program in violation of condition 12G.
All right, Mr. Lee, they're saying you violated condition number 12G. You didn't do your BIP course. I need to know if that's true or not true.
What is BIP court? What is that? If you don't mind me asking.
The Batters Intervention Prevention Program. It was one of the programs, the classes you're supposed to go to as part of your deferred, the BIP course. You remember that?
No, sir. I don't know nothing about that, but I probably did miss it. Yes, sir.
Okay, so would that be true then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm of course, gonna find you did violate condition number 12G. That is true. State, is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's an agreement for revocation and adjudication for a JSAT for the underlying fine, court costs for 150 days in the Bexar County Jail. He does have 78 actual days.
Excuse me, Victoria. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Judge. I'm researching things here, and I have a motion to revoke with number 5 and number 23. 12G is not checked off on the original conditions. Mr. Lee never reported to probation, so I would suggest we go with number 5 to make everything match up.
Okay. Mr. Harkowitz, number 5 is, what's the violation for 5? Failure to report?
I have it. Yeah, it's failing to report for the months of April, May, June, July, and August of 2019.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lee. Looks like you violated, they're saying you violated condition number 5. You didn't report for the months of, I believe, April, May, June, July.
In August of 2019.
In August of 2019. I need to know if that's true or not true.
Yes, sir.
Is it true?
Yes, sir.
Can you say the word true for me?
Yes, sir. That's true.
Okay, thank you. Of course, going to find you did violate condition number 5. That is true. State, along with Mr. Wright, what's the overlying fine?
That I do not have. I think Mr. Wright might be able to find it faster than I can. Let's see. Do you see it, Gerald? We're trying.
You're on mute, Gerald.
You're still on mute.
There you go. Okay.
What's the fine on this case?
Okay, now I'll go back to the computer screen and look up the capias and pull it up, and the fine was there was no fine.
Fine. Oh, okay.
All
No
right.
fine.
All right,
Yeah.
state. So what's the agreement there again?
So revocation and adjudication, Your Honor, for I guess now a $0 fine, court costs 150 days in the Bexar County Jail. He does have 78 actual days, so times 2 should suffice. Credit for time served, time and money run concurrent. We are asking for an affirmative finding of family violence to attach if one is not already there, and this will all be for judgment satisfied.
All right, Mr. Harkowitz, is that your agreement?
It is, Your Honor, as long as it's judgment satisfied, we're in agreement.
And it seems that it is. Mr. Lee, is that your agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right. Court's going to find that I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, revoke your deferred adjudication, sentence you to 150 days in the Bexar County Jail, 0 fine, court cost. You will get credit for time served. The time and money will run concurrent. The judgment will be satisfied. There will be an affirmative finding of family violence if there wasn't one already. And what all that means, Mr. Lee, is that you've been convicted of this offense, and you're not on probation anymore. And yeah, you're done with this particular case. From the information that I have, you still have a few more pending cases out there that you're going to resolve pretty soon. But once, at least with this particular case, you're not being held in jail anymore on this case. Mr. Wright, sorry.
Okay, Judge, sorry to
Yeah,
complicate
and
things.
we're going to do that on Wednesday, the other case.
Okay. Mr. Wright.
Oh, okay. So I just found there's 2 cases in this on this person.
Yes.
So
The
we're
other,
gonna do the other one on Wednesday?
yeah, the county
Yes.
court at law number 1 is going to handle those because it's in their court. One of them is also an MTR, and then a newly filed case that felony has worked out.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they were
actually
talking-
the UCW, if you could check with Stephanie Paulison because that one was supposed to be TIC'd and dismissed, and I see it hasn't been dismissed yet.
I think that might be what the county court 1 people.
Okay,
You
so
might
if
like
it's
to
not
look them.
dismissed by Wednesday, I'll deal with them.
Yes. Or just email
Okay.
Stephanie and see what's supposed to be happening. But
Okay,
I think she might have been waiting to handle the MTRs first.
could be.
Okay, so Victoria, I apologize because now that I see there's 2 cases, the other case does have 12G.
It's okay.
Okay, sorry.
Either way, it worked out.
It worked out.
All right. Lastly, trial court certification of defendant's right to appeal. This is an adjudication of guilt following a deferred adjudication. You do have a limited right of appeal, Mr. Lee. If you want to pursue that any further, talk to your attorney about that and go from that point on. Lastly, is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing from the
I
state.
believe Mr. Lee just wants to get out, so on Wednesday that should happen.
All right, Mr. Lee, looks like you're getting close to getting out of jail, and we'd like to see you stay out of trouble, all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All righty, good luck to you, sir. Parties are excused, and we'll move on to the next case.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Okay. Y'all